Come on, John. What are you doing? Let's get up. Let's go.
That workout totally wiped me out.
Oh, I thought it was brilliant. Your mate Tom is great.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a bit extreme, isn't he?
Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to do some crafts later.
Yes.
Crafts are going to sit down. It's like nice and calm. We're going to be making a storm jar.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we need a jug of water,
Okay.
and we need some glitter,
Right.
and we need a jar.
Okay.
So I'm going to go and get one of those things.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Can you just hold this for me while I go?
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm part of the team at St Mary's Wootton for the virtual, not holiday club. Yes! Welcome to the Prayer Crafts. Today we are going to be making a storm jar, or storm bottle, depending on what you have in your house. But we'll go through that in a minute. So first of all, here's one that somebody has very kindly made for me earlier. A small child made this for me, which is excellent. So it's a jar with liquid inside. You give it a shake, you know the drill. And then you watch the beautiful glittery stuff settle and enjoy the calming process. There's one that's richly decorated. Here's one that's not so decorated. It just looks like a jar of jam, but I can assure you that it's not. It's all kind of swirly, which is rather exciting. So, I'm going to look at my little notes here. There was a time when Jesus was in the boat with his friends and they were out on the sea and a massive storm came up. And everybody was absolutely terrified. I've not been in the boat on a storm. Just going like that on a boat is enough to make me feel ill. So goodness knows how they felt. So this storm came up, everyone was terrified, except for Jesus, who was having a lovely sleep. And LLD, as we say in our house, a little lie down. And his friends came up to him, Jesus, wake up! Wake up, there's a terrible storm and we're literally all going to die. And he went, come on. And he went out, spoke to the weather calmed down. Imagine being able to speak to the weather and tell it what to do. Very exciting. So that's why we're making a storm jar. We can't control the weather, but we can see how it will calm. And we know that Jesus is with us, even when our life seems to be a huge, stormy, swirling mess. Or even when it's a little, choppy affair. Who knows? But Jesus is definitely with us, 100%. What we need today, an empty jar, or, now this is glass. If you're responsible, then glass is fine. But if you're a little more, if you're prone to knock things over, how about plastic? We've used a lot of soap in our house, so this is an empty soap bottle. You would definitely need a lid, whatever you've got. You could use a drinks bottle. If you have peanut butter in your house, maybe it comes in a plastic jar, or coconut oil. Those are all good things. So get an empty one. I've tried to peel the label off this and it's left a bit of a sticky mess, but I think that's okay, especially if you're going to decorate it later. You'll need some water in a jug for now. You'll need a little bit of PVA glue or glitter glue if you have that. I've got lots. I don't like it, which is why I want to get rid of it, which is perfect for this craft because you don't have to touch it or wait for it to dry. There's a little bit more glitter glue there. You could also use some food colouring or dye. This is left over from a previous craft kit. This is a great way to go through all your craft stuff and go, oh, I could use that. So we've got a bit of dye there. We only need a tiny bit of that. We've got some sequins, can you see those? You can use glitter. You could also use beads. You could use hammer beads, or you could use teeny tiny plastic toys like little dinosaurs, or if you've got little boats or something like that, that would be neat. Something that you don't mind being encapsulated and covered in water. You also need a little bit of sticky tape. Rummaging through the cupboard under the stairs, I found this electrical tape, which is very sticky and comes in colours. So that's quite useful. Or you can use normal sellotape, or you can use gaffer tape. Whatever you've got lying around, that's just to seal up the lid at the end. I suppose we'd better get on and make it. I'm going to opt for the plastic option, just in case of smashing. So make sure your bottle is clean and empty. That's definitely had soap inside, so we might get a bit of a bubbly one here. Bonk. Do you know, if you've got a little neck to your bottle, you might want to use a funnel. I'm going to try and be careful. You know, it's just water, so we might be okay. If you're kind of trying to get a label off a jam jar, soak it in some warm water, give it a little while, and then you can hopefully peel it off. The first thing, my list says not to put the water in first. I wonder why that is. We're going to put the little bits in first. I've got some, this is confetti, that I probably took off a wedding table a long time ago, and it's just been sat in the make and do drawers. So let's pop a load of that in there. I think you can see this. Got a highly distracting tablecloth. Never mind, go on, get in there. They mostly want to stick to my hands. So putting the sequins into the jar, dum-de-dum. You don't have to put loads in. It's so you can watch the water, the movement of the water, so there's something in it to kind of mark the waves. Well, I mean, we might as well just put them all in, really. Go on, in you go. Lovely. Next, fill your bottle with cold water. Now I say fill, I reckon don't fill it completely to the top, because that will be, when you carry it around there might be a bit of sloshing about. I think we might fill it somewhere between 3/4 and 4/5 full. I was never great at fractions. Dum-de-dum. It is a bit of a precision job, this one. But I'm sure you guys are all craft professionals at home, and you can always ask somebody to help you. I reckon that will do nicely. So not completely full, but mostly full. Just going to show that to the camera, which is struggling to focus. Excellent. That's not the lid for that. Well done. Right, next is to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to use glitter glue because it's nice. You can put the glitter in separately and then the glue. This kind of, you know, the white kind of gloopy glue, as Mr. Maker used to say, that's the stuff you want. You just put in a squeeze of that, let's say. This stuff has obviously not been used for a little while. So this is glue with the glitter already mixed in. That's all it is. You might have something similar knocking around at home. We will see if we can squeeze this in. Come on. You're going to shake it. Put the lid on first and try and hold your hand over the lid so it doesn't all shoot out. It's like shaking ketchup onto your chips, which can have disastrous effects. Here we go, here we go. Yes. Oh my. You can laugh at ages at the hilarious noises that it makes. Come on, a little bit more. Yes, here we go. Come on. That'll do. Oh, that's... now it just doesn't want to stop. So that's the sprinkly stuff, the water and the glitter and a blob of glue. It just makes things a bit thicker, makes the texture a bit more interesting inside. Oh, and a few drops of food colouring if you want to put a colour in it. You might like it to be clear. I'm going to give this a bit of a shake and we'll see how it looks. Not a shake, just invert a couple of times and maybe a swirl. There's some swirling going on there. The glitter seems to have stayed in a big long blob, which is not something I anticipated. But that's fine. I think we'll put a drop of dye in there. So you can use food colouring, that is completely fine. Start with a little bit at first and then add more, because otherwise the whole thing might be completely murky. You never know, and I have no idea whether this stuff is any good or not. So this is blue dye. Oh, well there's another little addition for in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. I think we'll go for a round number. Oh, I might not a bit of purple as well, just a tad. I'll see if I can drop the rest of the lid in here. Yeah. If you're using a like narrow-necked bottle, then fishing things out is going to be hard, so be careful as you put things in. That, I believe, is that. Put the lid on. And I think we'll seal it at this stage. So, green electrical tape. Oh, you can find the green and yellow stuff, the earthing tape. That is really nice. This stuff's also quite stretchy, so it will mould to the shape of your bottle. I reckon we need maybe that much. What's that? 15 centimetres? You might need scissors. You might have tape that you can tear, like masking tape or gaffer. If you're not confident with scissors, always get somebody to give you a hand. And make sure you put them away when you're done. Right, we'll seal this up. Oh, I think I've overdone it with the length of tape. Okay, that is fairly well sealed. Won't be going back in there anytime soon. And next, give the bottle a shake and watch those stormy seas settle back into the calming calm of calm. We've just been to the seaside, which is quite neat. Oh, it's quite nice. Quite nice. Kind of thing. It's like a mini aquarium. If you've got some little tiny plastic fish, you could use those to put inside. I probably should have said that at the start. You've made your own little, you know, it's like a microcosm, which is basically a miniature world, a miniature version of the stormy seas that the Jesus and his friends experienced in real life. Right, slightly wet hands, just going to wipe those on my jeans. Don't do it if you've got glue all over your hands, or paint. Normally, I do a recap of how to make now, but what you can do with the magic of video is just rewind and pause and stop and rewind whenever you like. So that's the storm jar. Well done. If you've made something that is a little bit like this or completely different, you've still done a great job, and thanks for following today. It will be lovely to see what you get up to. If you'd like to send us a photo, ask an adult in your household to take a picture of what you've done and share it with us on our Not Holiday Club Virtual Holiday Club page. That would be amazing. So, good job, and see you next time. Bye for now.
What's a snake's favourite subject at school? History.
Hi, my name's Gordon and I'm going to tell you a joke. How do you get a mouse to smile? You say, cheese.
What do you call a fake noodle? An imposter?
What's Pirate's favourite movie? I don't know what is the pirate's favourite movie. Booty and the Beast.
Where do sheep like to go on holiday? The Bahamas.
Hey Emma, would you like some pie?
Pie? Oh, my favourite. Yes, please.
Here you go. Nice, fresh pie.
Thanks. My favourite.